Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by?
Jesus loves me, this I know, though my hair is white as snow.
Eunice Memorial is my grandmother, and
She's a very caring, loving woman who was very hardworking, and
she is an amazing person. She was a
Very honest and sweet woman.
She's been our just super sweet grandma, you know, just like, oh, I'm so cute.
And that's the hard part.
Though my sight is growing dim, still he bids me trust in him. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me, for the Bible tells me so.
She's my mom, you know. That's the first thing that comes to, to my mind.
She was a very kind, sweet, quiet person, kind of eclipsed by my father's personality. He was so big and so gregarious, and Eunice was always very quiet and seemed shy by comparison, but she was probably the rock, the steady hand that kept our family together, kept everything moving.
Eunice Memorial was my mom. I never called her Eunice until these last few days, when everybody else was calling her Eunice. She was always just Mom or Mama to me. She was my cheerleader. She was the one who always encouraged me and said I could do it no matter what it was I tried.
She worked from the time I can remember, and there were many years when I resented that. I didn't like the fact that my mother worked because none of my other friends' mothers worked.
You know, as any mom, as great as she's been, you know, she's been very much a, big influence over our lives.
Eunice loved her job, and she loved her family. And, when you think about it, she was not, she was definitely all for women's lib, but she wasn't one of those marching persons. She wasn't out burning her bra. She wasn't out protesting. She just, in her very quiet way, went about her business, and she pursued her career, and she took care of her family, and she was our rock, and she just made it all happen. She's quite an admirable woman, really.
Though my steps are oh so slow, with my hand in his I'll go. On through life, let come what may, he'll be there to lead the way. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me, for the Bible tells me so.
And every time I think of, my role with my mom, I think of this little boy. And, even as recently as a few weeks ago when I was out visiting, I know she looks at me and thinks of me as her little baby boy. And, so it's this relationship that, you have as a kid.
When my work on earth is done and life's victories have been won, he will take me home above, then I'll understand his love. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so.
I remember a story that probably reflects kind of in an interesting way as a young nursing student, during the World War II era. Back in those days, it was perfectly okay to serve people beer in the hospitals. And so she was asked to go get a beer for a patient in the hospital, and she brought it to him in a glass with ice cubes. And so it was kind of like, Mom, no, you don't serve beer with ice cubes. And she didn't really understand why the guy got upset with her over that.
I think probably my most cherished memory is just today. Today was a bouquet of her life, with all her friends gathered together to give a tribute and to look at a life well lived and a battle won and at the finish line. So I think for now my fond memory is just getting through the illness and the disease that she's gone through and feeling like that's becoming faded, and to just relish in the joy of the beautiful day we've had, celebrating her life.
The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil. For you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Eunice Virginia McElden, born October 11th, 1926, passing October 4th, 2015. She is my grandmother. I loved her very much, and she will be missed.